in the old dog over in the Bundesliga as we have a title race on our hands. Bayern München continue to drop points and Dortmund are closing in. What's going to happen in the latest round of matches? And we've got a double match ahead for Dortmund. We're going to coming at you next. Today we're for the match day number 27 over in the Bundesliga, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. I've suddenly become Indian. Of course, that's right. Of course, we'll get that in just 1 second. Of course, if you know where you've been, smash the up, subscribe, and get you back today. All things Bundesliga related, Baba Rose related, world football related. We got it all here, boys. Under one Ruski. Yes, Bayern drop points. Dortmund close in, and they've got 2 games this week to make it right all tasty as we head towards the international break. We'll get into it, all of it in a minute. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs, the patrons, guys. Thank you for loving, of course, behind the scenes. I really do value it. That's for the love, of course. Get into it. Let's get down and dirty with the latest round picks. But before all that, here are those games and results from last weekend. Hoffenheim, Bayern was 2 goals in it. Called that, but of course I went with the 2-0 win for Bayern, but it was a draw in the end. Greuther Fürth 6-1 winners. 6-1 losers to RB Leipzig. 3-0 for me. Freiburg picked up a 3-2 win over Wolfsburg to continue their European adventures, I think. Union Berlin with a draw against Stuttgart. Augsburg against Mainz was postponed. We'll do that again another day. Gladbach against Hertha Berlin 2-0 win it was. Dortmund with a 1-0 win over Bielefeld, just enough to get over the line. Leverkusen with a loss against Köln, of course, and Frankie did beat Bochum 2-1 in the end, and I call that one bang on the Schnolskis. Kicking on forward, though, this is the table as it looks. Of course, Bayern 7 points clear over Dortmund. And again, if everything goes in the way of Dortmund this week, they could, of course, just be 1 point adrift with the Klassiker still on the horizon. But, of course, double match week for Dortmund. We'll get into that in a second. Of course, they win that. They'll move, 4 points adrift. And, of course, depending on what goes on the weekend, we'll see about that later on. Anyway, of course, Greuther Fürth looks like they're going down. Hertha Berlin look like they're going to be joining them. Stuttgart as well in a bit of trouble with Arminia, Bielefeld, Augsburg also in that relegation discussion as well. Take a look at, of course, the leaderboard for the Prediction League. This is, of course, the last week now heading into the international break. And then, of course, the next time you see me and, of course, the Bundesliga outfit, we'll be looking at the predictor of the month for the month of March. But Kevin got himself good points there, so did Shepard. 6 on the bins there, and a big shout out to the patrons as well. Let's take a look at the mini leaderboard. Here it comes. And, of course, the winner at the moment, or the leader, should I say, is Hansworth, 43 points on the board. Russell Frost and Kevin is in second spot there with 41. That's the mini leaderboard. Of course, the next time you see me, we'll give the master leaderboard and show what it's all about. Double bubble vision. There you go. It's California Bundesliga. Getting amongst it is free. Get your name in lights, and of course, see if you can make a claim next round. So, like I said, Borussia Dortmund will take on a double match week for them and potentially move within touching distance of the top spot. So they're going to kick it all off with a bit of a derby. That's right, Mainz against Dortmund. That's coming at you thick and fast. That'll be on Wednesday. Played each other 3 times, 2004, 6 wins to Mainz, 19 wins to Dortmund, and 8 draws. Of course, just 1 defeat though in the past 4 games for Mainz right now, 42% form. Up against the Dortmund side, just 1 defeat past 6 for them in all competitions for them, 67% form for them at the moment. Last time around though, in Mainz, it was a 3-1 win for Dortmund. That was back in May 2021. The reverse fixture though in Dortmund was a 3-1 win for Dortmund back in October. Mainz, of course, 1 win in 5 in competitive action against Dortmund over the last 5 games. They kept this on the back of the 3-1 loss against Union Berlin. Dortmund picked up a 1-0 win over Bielefeld last time around. The odds for this one though, Mainz coming at you 3-1 for the Ricky, 65 on. Is your Dortmund, and 14-5 is your draw. Back the away team here, the red and black, 2-1 for them to take it to the house. And of course, from one Dortmund game to another, we'll look forward to the weekend. It'll be Köln up against Borussia Dortmund coming at you on Sonntag, the 20. March. That's right. Of course, play each other at the Rhein Energy Stadion. Play each other 42 times in 1982. 7 wins for Köln, 26 wins for Dortmund, and we've got 9 draws. Of course, just 1 defeat past 4 though for Köln right now. 58% form against the Dortmund side. Just 1 defeat in the past 6. Like I said before, it'll be 1 defeat past 7. Of course, as they kick on forward with a win over Mainz last time around. Coming at you though, last time around they played each other in Köln. It was a 2-2 draw back in March 2021. The reverse fixture though in Dortmund was a 2-0 win back in October. It was a 2-0 win back in the day. So just 1 win in the last 3 for Dortmund against these 2 sides. In fact, just 1 defeat past 6 for them over Köln. So they'll fancy the chances, I'm sure. Köln though coming to us on the back of a win over Leverkusen. Big win on the road it was. Meanwhile, Dortmund coming to us on the back of the win over Bielefeld, and hopefully a win over Mainz as well. Look at the odds for this one. We do have odds. 5-2 is your Köln. Even Stevens is your Dortmund, and 11-4 is your draw. Back-to-back wins. Of course, 5 goals with just 1 return for Dortmund this calendar week. Leipzig up against Frankie, of course, over in Leipzig. Coming at you on Sonntag as well. Of course, Leipzig are in action, I believe, in Champions League, are they? Or whatever it is. No, they're not. No, they're not, of course, because of because of the shenanigans and the stupidity that's going on in Eastern Europe. Anyway, Leipzig up against Frankfurt, 12 times 2017, 3 wins apiece and 6 draws. Of course, one blip on the resume for Leipzig of the last 6. That was a draw. However, they won 5 of the last 6, 90% form for them as well. They haven't lost in the last 8 as well. Frankfurt coming to winning 3 in the bounce, 50% form for them. Won 3, lost 3 of the last 6. Meanwhile, last time around over in Leipzig, it was a draw. In fact, the last time that these three sides have played each other, both home or away, has been draws as well. So 3 draws on the spin. Leipzig, though, come to on the back of a 6-1 win over Greuther Fürth. Frankfurt with a 2-1 win over Bochum. And of course, like I said before, 3 wins on the bounce for them. Coming at you though, the odds 2-1 on is your Leipzig, 7-2 is your 5-1 is your long shots. That's of course Frankie on this one. I'm going to back the host here, 2-1 win for them, and of course make a real good push for the top end of the table. Kicking off forward, it is Wolfsburg. It is of course Leverkusen. That's locking on Sonntag as well. Now these two sides will play at the Volkswagen Stadion or Volkswagen Arena. 50 times they played since 1997. 20 wins for Wolfsburg, 22 wins for Leverkusen, and 8 draws. Of course, just 1 win of 4 though for Wolfsburg now, 58% form. Meanwhile, 1 win of 6 for Leverkusen, 42% form for them at the moment. Last time around though, over in Wolfsburg, it was a 0-0 draw. That was back in September 2020. The reverse fixture in Leverkusen was a 2-0 win for Wolfsburg as well. So the Wayside hasn't won this game since, it's a long time since actually Leverkusen beat Wolfsburg back in 2016. Wow. So the Wayside is more favoured to win on this one. So when I don't know what I said there. I think I should have said the home side hasn't won this game since 2016. So it's more favoured for the away side to get something out of this. Anyway, of course, looking at the past results heading into this one, we've got Leverkusen coming to on the back of that loss against Köln. Of course, Wolfsburg also losing to Wolfsburg last time around. The odds for this one then, we have Wolfsburg 11-5, the rest of 5-4 is your Leverkusen, and 5-2 is your draw. Quite tight this one, 2-1 win though Leverkusen, which of course will maintain that home run, which is an unfortunate one, and of course the away side taking the W on this one. Bayern up against Union Berlin, of course, over at the Allianz Arena. That's of course will take place coming at you on Saturday, March the 19th. Now these two sides have played each other 6 times 2009, 4 was for Bayern, nothing for Union Berlin, and 2 draws. Of course, Bayern though unbeaten in the last 6, of course, 75% form up against the Union Berlin side, just 1 defeat past 4 for them, 42% form for them at the moment. Last around though in Bayern, it was a 1-1 draw. That's back in April 2021 in the Allianz Arena. The reverse fixture though in Berlin was a 5-2 win for Bayern back in October. Bayern though picking up a draw against Hoffenheim last weekend. Union Berlin also a draw against Stuttgart last time. On the odds for this one then, we have what do we have? We have Bayern 6-1 on for the Richie, 32 is draw, 12-1 long shots. That's of course Union Berlin. That's 3-0 win for Bayern. Of course, we'll maintain the top league status, of course, and keep probably Dortmund at bay for another weekend as well. Kicking it forward is Bochum up against my boys, Borussia Mönchengladbach on Friday, 18th of March. Of course, now these two sides have played 33 times in 1982. 15 wins for Bochum, 8 wins for Gladbach, and 10 draws. Of course, just 1 defeat in the past 5 though. 1 win in the past 5 for Bochum. Right now, 42% form up against the Gladbach side, who've won 2, lost 2, and drawn 2 of the last 6. 50% form for them at the moment. Last time round though in Bochum was a 5-2 win for Bochum back in January 2016. That was a friendly, so it doesn't really count. Last time they played each other in the Bundesliga, in league action, regular league action, was a 3-3 draw in August 2009. They did play each other in the reverse fixture in Gladbach. It was a 2-1 win for Gladbach back in October. Of course, Gladbach picked up a 2-0 win over Hertha Berlin last round. Of course, Bochum with a 2-1 loss to Frankie last round. The odds for this one then, 21-10 is your Bochum, 30-10 is your Gladbach, 12-5 is your draw. I'm going to back my boys here, 2-0 win for them on the road, and of course keep their season right back on track and maybe a strong push towards the end of the season. Greuther Fürth up against, of course, Freiburg. That's right. Coming at you this coming Saturday, March the 19th. Now these two sides have played each other 18 times in 1997. 2 is the Fürth, 9 is the Freiburg, and 7 draws. Of course, just 1 win of 6 though for Greuther Fürth right now. 25% form up against the Freiburg side, unbeaten in the last 6, picking up 4 wins in the last 5, 83% form for them at the moment. Last time around though in Greuther Fürth was in the Zweite Bundesliga back in April 2016. It was a 3-2 win for Freiburg. The reverse fixture in Freiburg this season back in October was a 3-1 win for Freiburg as well. Greuther Fürth with a 6-1 loss against Leipzig. Freiburg with a 3-2 win over Wolfsburg on this one. The odds here, 7-2 is your Greuther Fürth, 10-7 on is your Freiburg, and 3-1 is your draw. I've been back in Greuther Fürth recently. I'm going to give it to them this time around, even though I'm dreading it. I think this is wrong, so just don't listen to me. Back the Freiburg on this one, 1-0 win for them. I think it's going to go the other way, but I'm going to stick to it and go for my guts on this one. And anyway, Hertha Berlin against Hoffenheim, of course, coming at you at Berlin on Samstag, 19th March. Played 23 times since 2008. 6 wins for Berlin, 12 was Hoffenheim, and 5 draws, of course. 5 defeats on the spin for Hertha Berlin, 8% form for them right now. Up against the Hoffenheim side, of course, unbeaten the last 5, 75% form for them as well, winning 4 of the last 5 as well. Last round in Berlin was a 3-0 win for Hoffenheim back in January 2021. The reverse fixture in Hoffenheim was a 2-0 win for Hoffenheim as well. Hoffenheim winning 3 in the bounce against Hertha Berlin in all venues, both home and away, and they come to this on the back of a 1-1 draw against Bayern. Meanwhile, Gladbach did beat Hertha Berlin last time around, and of course, Hertha Berlin haven't won since 2021. They haven't won all year doesn't look like they've won all year. Wow, well. Kicking on forward, though. The odds for this one. Hertha Berlin 3-1 for the victory, 43 on-ish. Hoffenheim and 65-ish. Yeah, draw. Back, of course, Hoffenheim here, 2-win for them. They look good at the moment, and Hertha looks shite. Stuttgart up against Augsburg. Let's lock horns on this one. Coming at you on Saturday as well. These two sides, of course, play each other according to my eyes 20 times since 2006. 8 wins for Stuttgart, 10 for Augsburg, and 2 draws, of course. Just 1 minute 6 for Stuttgart right now. 33% form up against Augsburg side. 1-2, lost 2, and drawn 2 with the last 6. 50% form for them. At the moment, last round, though, over in Stuttgart, it was a 2-1 win for Stuttgart back in May 2021. The reverse fixture in Augsburg was a 4-1 win for Augsburg. That was back in October this season. Meanwhile, Stuttgart with a draw against Union Berlin last round. And, of course, Augsburg picked up a 1-win over Bielefeld last round. The odds for this one, though, Stuttgart even Stevens for the victory 13-5. Augsburg and 30-5-ish. Yeah, draw. Back to the home win on this one. Stuttgart with a 1-0 win. Surprise, and take the points in the bag and move on and maybe be here next season. Mainz, of course, double match week there for them up against, of course, Arminia Bielefeld coming at you on Saturday the 19th of March. 21 times they played since 1995. 8 wins for Mainz, 9 wins for Bielefeld, and 4 draws, of course. Mainz, though, 42% form for them right now. Just 1 defeat past 4 up against the Bielefeld side. 25% form. Just one win and 6 for them as they head towards this game, of course. Locking horns over in Mainz. The last time played each other in Mainz in the league was a 1-1 draw back in April 2021, around about this time last season. The reverse fixture, though, was, of course, in Bielefeld back in October. 2-1 win it was for Mainz as well. They actually played each other 3 times. This will be the 3rd time they played each other this season. It was in the DFB Pokal round 2. Mainz picked up a 3-2 win over in Mainz as well. Mainz still coming on the back of a 3-1 loss against Union Berlin. They'll also lose to Dortmund this week, and of course Bielefeld did lose to Dortmund themselves last round, of course, and they'll look forward to this game as well. Kicking on forward then, shall we? Mainz 64 on for the victory, 92 is your Bielefeld, of course, 5-2 is your draw. So Mainz are favoured on this one to take the W, and I can see them doing just about that. 2-1 win for them to take it to the house. That's, of course, my picks. Of course, get your own picks as well. Cutting Fortress Bundesliga, there it is, in amongst it. And, of course, that's next week. So until then, guys, smash the thumbs up, smash the old subscribe, check out things down below on Twitter, on Twitch, on Facebook, and also on Patreon. Until then, boys, we're done right here. Yo!